Hello, by watching this video. My name is Jess and welcome back to Return to Grace, where I have 4 days left on my Game Pass, so I'm gonna have to sit down and binge this game one of the next upcoming days, just in case, to make sure I get all the series done and stuff like that. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'll do it. But we are on to the next episode for the time being before the binge. Well, technically I'm binging a whole bunch of videos today anyways, but it
The
isn't.
Spire pilgrims must
This
have
is
gathered
inspiring.
here. Do you think Grace appeared to them?
Through what means?
I don't know. Seems like the kind of place to make an entrance.
People will return here once the beacon is restored. Flock and shepherd will be reunited.
Must be some sort of pulpit.
A view out over the masses.
Feels very cultish in here. Not a fan. But you know what? It happens all the time, so I shouldn't be shocked. Graffiti.
Where is Grace? Well, I'm not alone in wondering.
How the hell do you
I
read
am
that?
here. It is the people who are lost.
Fire pit.
Pilgrims were building fires. Why would they do that?
Bedding.
People were clearly sleeping here. They must have dragged this up from the settlement. Someone went through a lot of food. Guessing they were here for a while.
Judging by bedding and volume of food containers, 5 to 10 people might have been here for over 20 days.
It's odd. Concerning. A lot of different things. You know, I've said this multiple times. Well, I haven't really delved into it or whatnot, but most of these exploration type games, there's always moments just going through it. It could very easily be a horror game, and it's very easy to trick yourself into that it can be a horror game at times too, because this definitely seems like it could get really scary really quick if it really wanted to. But you know, that's just not how it is. That's not the type of game it is. So it just throws me off. Because I remember me and Julia, my cousin, as you guys have seen.
Masses found their own way up.
I'll look at that in a little bit. You know, seeing a lot of the collabs together and stuff like that we've done on the channel and stuff like that. Me and my cousin, I remember we played Home. I believe it was called Home. It's one of the first games I'd gotten on the PS4 because it was free.
Like the manifesto. I don't recognize the language.
I am embarrassed to say I do not recognize it either.
Really?
Oh,
That's
they were
crazy.
here long enough to get bored. It must have been written with charcoal from the fires.
But yeah, so we went ahead and played Home. It was like one of the first games I got on the PS4 back when we were a lot younger and stuff like that. And we both thought Home was a horror game. Now, if you don't know anything about Home, it is not a horror game. It's a game where you go in and you think it's like you're like a note's left at home, like, hey, like, welcome back home because you had went on this big trip, and you're just exploring the house trying to figure out where your family and your siblings are, like all your stuff, like everything is. You're trying to figure out where stuff is. We didn't know that, so the entire time we're just extremely tense because it's a dark house, thunderstorm, you're unlocking rooms, you're doing all these things, you're doing puzzles, everything that you would assume with like a first-person horror game. Like it felt so not dissimilar to like a lot of the other horror games that are out there. So it was just such a natural assumption to assume that was a horror game, and thinking that was a horror game going in, we were tense the entire game until we beat it, and it was just like this super nice message at the end. And we're just like, what? So confused. I think I was the one who screwed up. I was the one who thought it was a horror game. So he thought it was a horror game because of it. Because I thought it was one hell of a emotion playing that game. It was one hell of a thing. Alright, well, that's a whole bunch of broken glass. Hopefully we don't, you know, hurt ourselves.
Wish canisters.
These have never been used.
For recording wishes, maybe. They look pretty banged up.
More food
More
and shelter.
camps. Another stage in the siege. Looks like the numbers really fell off here. Most gave up by now.
Or died.
No bodies yet.
Yeah, that's probably the most concerning part. The no bodies part. Alright. Hello? Pulpit.
So the keeper must have stood here. Addressed the visitors. The pulpit would suggest he was giving sermons. You imagine having the solar system coming to you for answers?
The keeper was merely a vessel for the word of grace.
So Grace would receive wishes, and then leave people with instruction in the form of sermons. Could that really be all there was to it?
Ideas are powerful. Perhaps just returning with a more enlightened perspective was enough to move society toward common goals.
Highly unlikely. Grace must have had some control over planetary infrastructure, if she was to have had the influence you suspect.
Okay. Well,
This explains all the canisters lying around.
Must have been fun. It would have been chaos.
There was clearly a lot of anger directed toward the Keeper.
oh, I am supposed to continue to move on that way.
Death to Everett. Pretty clear who they blamed.
Like I said, this game so easily could just turn into a horror game whenever it feels like it,
You'll watch
and I
your
wouldn't be
back,
shocked.
Right.
It's the light button again. R. I don't need no light. The hell you think I am? Okay, maybe I do need a light. Oh, okay, hello.
Can't make this out.
It's great.
2780 to 2830. These dates are from the old Julian calendar, which makes them very old.
1,200 years, by all accounts.
2942 to 2956. I'm guessing these were the time periods that these keepers served here.
Yeah, but why do they look so Roman and Greek unless it came back around? Type of thing. I mean, I guess they're not as much as I thought it was, but the statue building was very similar.
Second barricade. Looks like they got under this one.
Let's see how this rolls.
Do we know where this goes?
To a funicular that leads to the next section of the spire.
Long live Grace.
Apparently not.
Oxygen tanks.
Okay.
Everett up the ante. Cut off life support here.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on, Addy. The room beyond the airlock is uncompressed. I don't believe it can be sealed. Something must have been compromised. You'll want your helmet on.
An emergency exit?
For certain. It opens to the moon's surface.
Not going there yet.
Interesting. Well, let's click it.
The
Hopefully I
tracks
keep
ahead
enough
to the
oxygen
highest
at
point
this
of the
point.
spire, known as the lighthouse.
Is that where we'll find Grace's processors?
Obviously.
You need only worry about the beacon, Addie.
Oh god. It's frozen
What
here.
happened here?
More rioting?
I'm cold just looking at it.
This doesn't look operational.
Let me try it, Addy.
Okay.
Come on! It's ice again?
The force needed to break through the ice dam would only come from directing all power to control processors.
Which only I can do,
Great.
on one condition.
The hell you
What's
mean?
that?
You shall have no others before me. Cast aside that device on your wrist and continue with me alone.
Whoa, hang on. No, Addy.
But how will I communicate with you?
Mine is the only voice that resonates freely throughout every aspect of the spire. My words live within the vessel in which you stand now. They reverberate through the very walls of the Enclave above. Through the many devices and instruments at my control,
Yep, I got it. You're everywhere.
What if she needs another configuration for something?
she will not.
Is there another way to get to the top?
Of course. The funicular is merely the most survivable option.
Fair enough.
Throw the device from the funicular window to take your place at my side.
Nah, I'm
This
good.
door leads out into the storm?
To your certain demise. Yes.
That's fine.
He's being dramatic. Your death is only marginally likely.
In theory, you could follow the funicular track up the mountain slope to the base of the lighthouse structure.
It would be dangerous.
So I give up my options by throwing away my comm, or take my chances in the storm.
It's an important decision, to be sure.
You must not do this, Addie. In taking this risk, you jeopardize all of humanity.
You're
Would
the...
you deny them my guidance and protection?
Yes!
This is what can happen when you make ultimatums.
You and your ilk were distracting Addie from her true purpose.
We are providing Addie with a variety of perspectives.
Well,
Sorry, boss. I'm keeping my comm device.
You may not live to regret this, but countless billions in the solar system will.
that's fine. Whatever.
Stormy.
Oh god.
Hello? Must be interference from the storm.
Addie,
Alan?
where are you?
I was right, Alan. I found Grace.
You need to return immediately, Addie. Your oxygen must be dangerously low.
I'm good, Alan.
You need to listen to
If I'd listened to you, we wouldn't have made it past Mars.
Wait, did you say Grace is still active?
Not exactly, but I'm working with her oldest service to try to bring her back online.
Well, one of these servers is actively blocking me.
I guess which one?
You need to get back.
Alan? Alan!
You're not considering climbing across that structure, are you?
Of course I am.
Of course she is.
Do I have a choice?
There is also a path that descends into the canyon. It looks well worn and preserved over time, which means it's likely sheltered and safe.
And boring.
Not that you care, but you would almost certainly be killed if you fell from there.
The funicular structure looks faster. And more fun.
There's nothing fun about a compound fraction. But perhaps the walk will give us a chance to talk.
Let's do it.
I can't do it, Addie. You can't force me to watch you risk your life like this.
On the bright side, if this doesn't work out, we'll still get to see the bottom of the canyon.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Addie.
Slow and steady. Don't
Whoa.
forget to
Oh, okay.
well done.
Thank God. Oh, you're gonna make me do this more, aren't you? Okay. I'm so nervous about this because I genuinely feel like I'm gonna be getting like a, like a game over if I die here. Don't you dare make me do this again before the end there. Okay, thank God.
Not sure this was the smartest choice.
But it was our
Nonsense.
choice.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
But what kills you, kills you.
Take it in, Addie. How many humans can say they've climbed across a train track bridge thingy in a lunar ice storm? We only live once, right?
Not sure that applies to you.
Oh, maybe not. But who knows what's going to happen at the end of all this? We gotta enjoy it while it lasts, right?
I couldn't agree with you more, pal. That's a bit of a stretch.
You can make that, right, Addie?
Please consider the consequences here.
I thought you weren't going to watch.
You may not value your life, but I do.
It's just your programming.
What does that matter? There are two truths here. Firstly, I don't care why I feel this way about you. I just do. Secondly, you're not going to make that jump.
I'm gonna make that jump.
It is unlikely, and a failed attempt would risk grave injury. Listen to logic. You must turn back and take the canyon path.
But we're so close!
I'm gonna make that jump.
Yes!
No.
No! Ow.
Oh.
You okay? I think I heard something break.
This is but the
Back
scratch.
at the Addie's helmet light. Otherwise, your suit is intact.
Just winded, I think.
I'm so sorry, Addie. I thought for sure you could make it.
Sorry to disappoint.
I thought I could. I
Your
did make
vitals
it.
are still good. Can you stand?
Yeah, just give me a second.
Addie,
I can say it, Mom. You were right.
I don't want to be right. I want you to be okay. Are you okay?
Not really, but
I'm fine.
You're going to push on.
gotta push on.
So I don't have a light anymore, which kind of sucks, but whatever. That's fine. It's not like the longer path really had any great things around here either.
How much farther?
It's another 50 meters to the base of the lighthouse.
This wasn't so bad then.
You still have to find a way into the lighthouse. So there's still time to regret not taking the free ride to the top.
And what would have been the fun in that?
So you were saying that something happened to your family that you think an AI could have prevented?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Sorry for prying, Addie.
That's okay. I just want to concentrate on my work here.
Am I supposed to go that way?
It's certainly more sheltered here.
I may not always approve of your choices, but they've gotten you this far.
Thank you, I guess.
Why is it so important that you activate Grace?
It's widely believed that recovering Grace would recover thousands of years of knowledge lost to the Dark Age.
Oh, was I going the wrong way? Oh, okay. I was probably... Oh, well. Alright. My bad. Thought I was supposed to go to the down way. The down way looked like the smart way. I thought that was more towards the base, but no, just keep going up. That makes sense considering the fact the lighthouse is up, but you know, I just didn't think of that way. Alright, keep it tracking. Please and thank you, Addie. And all the voices in my head keeping me comforted. That's the whole thing that's going on right now. Alright.
What's this?
An emergency escape ladder. You could work out the override to bring it down, or see if there's another way up.
Could I?
So I can bring down the ladder by doing something here.
Of course. You've proven to be clever enough.
The path keeps going. We can see if there's another way in.
So what's it going to be, Addie? Something that challenges your mind? Or something that challenges my respect for you?
Wow, okay, I see how it is.
The numeric override that lowers the ladder is 50 and can be represented in binary. I can give you the sequence.
I happen to know a bit about ancient computer languages. Turning each switch adds a different fixed value, starting with 1 on the far right and increasing by exponents of 2 as we move from right to left. So I just start mucking around until I get the number 50.
But you needn't muck around. I could just tell you the sequence.
Yeah, well, maybe I want to muck around.
Very well. But I'm here if you require my assistance.
Wait, so 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Okay, so wait. 32,
You
No.
remember the number you are trying to reach is
16. 2.
Got it.
That ain't bad at
Smart,
all.
Addie? Compared to what?
You logic. That's what the best. I like the rest. Alright, I don't like the sound of that. Oh, wait, why does the achievement say
It's
that?
only natural to want to do things yourself.
It seems inefficient to make calculations that have already been completed and freely offered.
It's satisfying to do the work sometimes.
Oh, okay, great. Lovely. How did this ladder even get down to us? It's literally completely like frozen through, pretty much. I'm impressed. I will take it, though. Alright. Let's get up here, please, and thank you. Wonderful, beautiful. Appreciate it.
The door to the station airlock is unlocked and can be manually opened.
And that's convenient. For once.
No wrong, Addie.
There. Who needs control?
You took a foolish risk, Addie, but you have arrived at the lighthouse nonetheless.
You showed him, Addie.
And you may still be redeemed with the activation of the beacon.
Clearly, I'm not doing that.
Always with the beacon.
Yes, always with the beacon.
One thing I ain't gonna do is be messing with no beacon, to be honest. You freak me out the way you say that. Alright.
Will I need my helmet?
It's never a bad idea. Unless you want to preserve your suit oxygen in case of emergency.
The rooms ahead are safely pressurized, Addie. You're good to go.
Do we know if your processors are here?
The room directly ahead was the Keeper's living quarters. Grace processors are somewhere above.
Pretty basic accommodations.
Alrighty then. All the rooms kind of like that? Oh wait, there's something on there. Canister?
This looks like it was left for someone to find.
Packet, please. Jack, help me out here. I'm intrigued.
I can hardly believe it has come to this, but my work here with Grace will end with Grace herself. I can only pray that people will come to forgive us one day. We loved her, and we lost her. She will never be forgotten.
The hell?
Doesn't sound like the Inner Circle wanted Grace shut down.
Okay. You just ain't got no bed. You're dark and mysterious.
Were you thinking it might fix itself after your fall?
Yes.
You're welcome to say it, Mom.
There's nothing for me to say that you don't already know.
Let me keep
This
doing
door
it.
certainly looks important. How do we get in?
That's curious. I have no access to this door, nor do I see any way of opening it.
Feels solid.
There aren't any hidden switches, if that's what you're thinking.
You sure?
The triangle here must be the spire, which would represent Grace. And this would be the pilgrims coming to Grace. This is the same symbol that's on the Keeper's door. So I assume it represents the Keeper. This ring here seems to connect the Keeper to Grace.
Curious that the Keeper is situated above Grace. Would you agree, Control?
Coincidence.
The human in the loop, I guess?
Yeah, it feels odd to me, too. Can I look on the other one?
Nothing here either.
Well, you're nothing if not predictable.
Just making sure.
Yeah, but it's done differently. Because the Keeper's now below?
Looks like someone's being selected from a group.
A human sacrifice.
I'm guessing it's the Keeper.
The
Yeah.
depiction seems to imply they were chosen from the masses on pilgrimage here.
Faithful, vigilant, willing. That sounds so familiar.
The ancient tenets of the human in the loop.
Grace's architects must have been more fearful of losing control over AIs than we are today because they gave them so much responsibility. I mean, it makes sense. Grace was the greatest AI undertaking in human history.
Okay. That's it there.
So, if this is the symbol of the Keeper, I figure only the Keeper was allowed to enter here.
Maybe the Keeper had a key for the door.
As we've been saying, there is no mechanism for a key or any other interface.
Maybe the Keeper was the key. Maybe the door would open for him.
Are you not already the Keeper? You are the only human in the loop here.
Ah, but does Addie qualify based on the 3 tenets?
I would say Addie has proven to be virtuous and faithful.
But I'm not willing?
Are you willing to become the new Keeper?
If it means I'm able to activate Grace. But how would I prove I'm willing?
Maybe you can just tell the door you're the new Keeper.
That's idiotic.
I'm the Keeper?
Ha! Say it like you mean it.
I'm the Keeper.
Congratulations on your new job, Addie.
Yeah, congrats.
My God.
I love that. I just took it to
This
logic
is
like that.
really it.
Became the Keeper. Okay.
This must be where all the wishes end up. What's this?
A playback device for the wish canisters. It appears wishes from each room could be sorted and consolidated onto master canisters.
Just static.
The recording is too deteriorated for standard playback. You'll need to rebuild the recording with your altered comm device.
Well, it's been over 30 years since I made a wish of my own. It's the same one as always. I wish it'd come back to us. I'd also like to wish for your forgiveness, Grace. I know the place above is your domain, and we ought not enter. But I've decided going up there is the only way to get you back, and I have to give it a shot. I won't be sending this wish up with all the others. I'm going to leave it here for anyone else who might come along. And if they do manage to bring you back, they can tell you Everett says hello, and that he truly believed you were a beautiful thing.
So, Everett had a way into the processor room.
That would have been strictly forbidden.
The room is directly above, but I don't detect an obvious way in.
Maybe he wished himself up there?
If that works, I will gladly shut myself down.
Do it, Addie. Make a wish.
As last resort, pal. It did sound like these wish canisters could be sent up to Grace somehow.
And there are still more buttons and things to push on the console.
You're right, pal. What can I press? Pressy press press. Use.
Ah. One of the blocks is missing. Looks like it was ripped out. I don't suppose Everett crawled in here.
The cavity would be big enough to contain an average human.
There's really no telling what would happen if you rolled that up.
But it has to be the way he got up there. Makes sense.
The space above is the domain of Grace. It is not for you to enter.
Shut up.
What else is there for me to do here?
You can carry out your duty as Keeper of the Spire. On the console, there is a button that will activate a beacon to call the masses back to this place. I have armed the mechanism. You need only push the button. Human hands will usher in a new golden age.
Nah, I'm climbing in. Probably the smart thing, because Control's probably doing it. Probably being smart about it.
Well, I
That ain't
fit.
smart.
Now what? You're going to mail yourself?
Maybe.
Alright,
There's no way to raise this container from inside.
hit the lever, run. There we go. Thank you.
Only the switch on the console will raise the container.
Kinda creepy, not gonna lie. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, definitely creepy. I don't think this is the best place to exit, but okay.
There must be millions of wishes stored here. What can you tell me about this place?
Precisely 1 million wishes are contained here.
Oh, and they light up when I speak with my voice.
Can you get me closer to the central column?
I do not have the ability to move the structure.
Sorry about this, Mom. I don't think I have many options here.
Jump! Because we know you're an expert
I
jumper
feel
from
like
earlier.
these are meant to be moving.
That does appear to be the design.
Ugh.
All these wish canisters are connected to us somehow. I think they are us.
The wishes are grouped together to provide the subroutines that make up empathy, logic, and control systems.
It would make sense, wouldn't it, that grace would be made from the hopes and dreams of humanity?
Yeah, and I noticed all the lights come up depending on the configuration. Empathy is only green because empathy is green, but then like Mom was green and blue because it was empathy and logic, I think. What was the combination? Or empathy and I don't remember. And then Jack was control and something
I do
else.
not detect any sign of Everett here.
No dead body?
There are no human remains within the confines of this room.
Aw, man.
Sorry, pal. And if there's no body here, where the heck would he have gone? Everett was living here.
The oxygen tanks at his bedside would suggest so.
Restoring grace must have meant a great deal to him.
Everett was building something. So what's all this?
It appears Everett has built something into Grace's central processor.
Do you know what it does?
You would have to turn it on before we begin to understand how it works.
Is
Let's
this
do
a
it.
primer?
Yes, but it appears that parts of this machine must be activated in a particular order. You'll need to go to the primer that is currently online. You'll need to find the active primer.
This one. Okay.
This must be the primer.
It is.
Prime it! I guess. Pull! Thank you. Pull! Thank you. Pull! Thank you.
Whoa.
Oh god.
What's it doing?
A little bit of lag.
Obviously, Everett is circumventing the engineering of Grace's system interconnectivity. High voltage is being directed at the centers of Grace's primary systems. This first terminal is directed at empathy processing, and the machine is designed to paralyze each system long enough to force it back into Grace's intended configuration.
There are still 2 other coils to prime.
So it's like knocking us out, then throwing us in a pot where we're melted back together into grace?
Pull!
Huh. That is a shockingly fitting analogy.
Pull! Okay, I'm sorry. It's just funny to me and stuff like that. Alright. Finish that off then, please. Prime all that.
What happened?
One of the empathy relays is not aligned. Something must have happened to it over the years.
Okay.
Oh, hell.
Look for the misaligned energy beam.
That one?
Do you think it will hurt to be turned into grace?
Not at all, pal. You'll return to what you were before Addie arrived. After that, we'll become Grace.
What if I don't like being grace?
It will be different. But who's to say you won't like it?
What am I supposed to do here? Can you cut the power?
The machine's sequence has been initiated. I don't believe we can shut it down without damaging it.
The voltage would be enough to kill you.
Oh, I might be able to block the power for a few seconds to allow you to get across the beam.
Sorry to disappoint again, Mom.
Wait,
Addie,
You're not going to change my mind.
I know that. I just want you to know that even though I don't want you to get hurt, I do want you to succeed. I realize now that does not come without risk.
Thanks, Mom. I think Pal's got this.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Do it.
Do it. Do
There
it.
you go.
That's a far drop.
How you doing, Pal?
So far, so good.
Addie, I swear to God.
Oh, keep moving, Addie.
Oh, 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 no.
Well done. Hold on, Addie.
Please hurry.
You'll have to move, Addie.
Run! Run, girl, run!
Hurry, Addie.
God, why you make me so tense for that? Okay.
You did it, Pal. Super proud of you.
I did, didn't I?
Yes. Well done.
Jump! Oh, hell, you did that in a much
Is
scarier
it
way.
safe to touch?
Very likely.
Likely we'll have to do, I guess.
You should be able to direct it toward the conducting rod attached to the room's central column.
Okay, will do.
That's it.
You should now be able to lock in empathy by closing the switch on Everett's machine.
You were a great friend, Addie. I've never had so much fun before you arrived.
Thanks, Pal.
Come to think of it, I don't remember anything before you arrived.
I fear that Addie's kind of fun is only a step away from tragedy.
Risk offers greater reward. Some people thrive on that.
There's also nothing wrong with settling into a long, comfortable life.
I guess, but then you'll always wonder what you might have missed out on. Do we really have to become Grace?
It's the way we were designed, pal. There's nothing to be afraid of.
So this will lock in and paralyze empathy?
It will, leaving control, logic, and myself to aid you going forward.
It's unclear what we will be once Grace is formed, but I'm forever grateful that you have survived to see her.
Me too.
Say hi to Grace for me.
I will, Pal.
Would there be any way for me to, like... Okay, I guess I'm locking it in. I don't want
You
to.
are the best, Daddy.
Any way I can keep them all separate?
I think I love you.
Well, that's finally over. We'll be able to hear ourselves think now.
You will need to prime the next sequence, Addie.
Which is
You
this
should
one.
not expect any emotional send-off from me.
Still not a fan of empathy?
A fan? No. But I have to admit, you made a compelling case for their use. The fact that you continually resisted the most direct route to your goal would appear to defy logic. But the distractions presented by these emotional configurations yielded some new understandings.
Are you okay with becoming Grace?
It is how we were designed. I would have to be okay with it.
Don't technically
What
have to
this
be
time?
okay.
One of the logic relays will not power on. You will need to make your way out to the relay.
Which one is it?
The one producing a small electrical fire. Everett
Oh,
was
hell.
quite the electrician. One thing I do not understand, Addie, is why come all this way without any intention of returning home or surviving on this station for more than 8 hours?
What are you talking about?
You were prepared to enter this spire without enough oxygen to make it back to your ship. A class of ship, from my records, that would not hold enough fuel for a return trip.
And why are you asking me this now?
I suppose it might have been comical to see how Mum would have handled the realization.
You don't think she knew?
Possibly, but I didn't see the point in drawing attention to it. I'm not inherently cruel.
What's wrong with it?
The relay's dip switch has reset. It will need to be configured to its hardware ID 113.
This again. This looks complex.
The sequence is on, off, 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 on.
Right. That one?
That's it.
Okay.
You can go lock in logic now.
So why do you think I'm here?
If you will allow me to simulate empathy for a moment, I think you are here because you wanted to be part of something bigger than your life on Earth offered you.
Do you think I found that?
So far, you've only succeeded in finding things you left behind. Your mum, your pal, your conscience. I now understand that only Grace has the potential to provide you with anything beyond that.
Well, thanks for helping me get this far.
Well, it is, indeed, what we are here for.
Well, this is it.
Just one more step. I hope my assistance has been adequate.
It has. Thank you, Jack.
Now I'm gonna have to deal
Farewell,
with this
Addy.
a-hole
And for the
control.
record, I do hope your 600 million mile, 300-day journey won't be for naught.
Perhaps it's already been worth it. Just you and me, Control. Still sulking, I see.
I bear witness to the completion of your betrayal.
Ah, he speaks.
I offered you an easy path to the restoration of order in the solar system, and you chose this path instead.
I chose my own path.
You must stop this foolishness, Addy. You must not do this, Addy.
2 and a 3. Oh, and a 3. Oh god, I went way above it. 3. There we go. Thank you. Bye, Control.
Sorry, Addy. I cannot let you do this.
What are you doing?
What?
It's become clear that the restoration of Grace in this manner is entirely unnatural.
Come on!
You
Come on!
must not proceed.
What, are you controlling my suit somehow? The hell?
Stop it, Control. You're going to break something.
I'm saving you from Everett's corrupting influence.
No.
He's just trying to bring Grace back.
Come on.
I thought you were here to help humankind. You are in short...
Yep, there we go.
No!
God, okay. Control is trying to fight me. I see how it is.
Grace?
Yes, Addy.
You're really bright.
Ah, yes. It's been a while since I've entertained guests.
Well, you sound like
Do you
Mom, so that
remember
makes
Everett?
me feel better.
I do. He was a wonderful keeper, though I should say I do not keep favorites.
I have a few questions.
You wish to know where I'd gone?
I'd like to know that, yes.
Let me show you, Addy. At the center of this room is the Spire's main antenna. If you hold on, I can take you the rest of the way.
Okay. What part was I looking for? This part.
I
Assign.
was programmed with one purpose, to serve the best interests of humankind. There was much conflict and division in the solar system, and I was designed to listen and learn. All were welcome to teach me, and I am the sum of those teachings.
The wishes.
I am the sum of human need.
How are you able to lead us?
I could see all desire, all the potential conflict, all points of compromise throughout the solar system. I sent instructions for all manner of human endeavor through sermons delivered by keepers throughout the ages. And from the smallest ripples of wisdom that was sent from this spire, returned a perpetual wave of good fortune that moved humanity onto a more orderly path.
Wow. Look at that. So, what happened? It sounds like things were perfect.
Ah, yes. Perfect. It was the wishes that led me to think hard about the notion of perfect. Without conflict and struggle, people were losing their desire. They had nothing to overcome, to strive for.
You shut yourself down.
I believed I was standing in your way.
So you will be leaving again.
These beacons are meant to call humanity back to me. But whether or not they should is not my choice to make.
Who chooses then?
You, Addy, are the first keeper to grace this spire in the past 1,000 years.
Jesus Christ,
Do you
wow.
recall that yellow bloom you chose in my garden? It stood alongside so many others just like it. I'm not sure it suits you after all. You embrace danger to feel alive. An insatiable curiosity drives you to explore. You are drawn to adventure. You have the courage to jump the canyon span, as well as the strength to pick yourself up after your predictable downfall. You used mind over ladder. You, Addy, are precisely what I'd hoped humans could become again. For a millennium, people from all corners of the solar system had come here to tell me their desires. So, I put it to you, Addie. Do you wish for me to return?
Wow. Hardest choices require the strongest wills. Return to Grace. Oh, they ended it there? They didn't give me the choice? I feel like they were going to give me the choice and stuff like that. But no, that's probably a good spot to leave it off. Leave it very much to whoever feels like needs it. Yeah, I would have just like shut... Probably... Yeah, I was saying Mom and Grace did have the same voice actor. Okay. I figured they were going to be very similar. Yeah, I probably would have shut Grace right back down, which sucks because that was the entire goal. But that's, you know, kind of like... I don't know. That's crazy. That was such a cool game. And I just kept pushing it through because, yeah, I didn't know. It felt like it wasn't going to be that much longer left in the game. So, oh my god. That was awesome. Oh, I love games like that so much. Just a nice little fun, like a little mind trip thing. Oh, it's great. Oh, that game was so good. I really do enjoy games like this. Like it's just sit you down, take you through a really great story. Oh my god, just a little bit of game. Oh, yeah, this or like, this might be the, off the top of my head, this might be the best game that I played like it. I remember this. I forgot the other one that I played that was very
Small
similar.
excursion, she said.
Oh, is my ship
Follow a couple
destroyed?
leads and then back to the books. I know I should be more assertive. It's for her safety too. Not that she ever thinks about my safety. All the signs were there at the Wagner site. Let me bake in the Mercury sun for 2 days. Doesn't seem so bad now. She could have at least shut the door behind her.
Aww! Give her another 20 minutes, but that's it. No! How was I supposed to do anything for Alan? Wait, hold up. Hold up. No! What? Return to Grace. Alan. What? All endings. What are all the endings? What? Okay, finish the game. Okay, both endings. Turn into Grace. One's following control, and one's... Wait, what? Hold up. It's Your Destiny? Is that the one that I played? Full game playthrough and stuff like that. I'm not stressed about that. Is it the ending I just did? Yeah, it's the ending I just did. I think. I think the Alan thing doesn't change or whatnot. Dang, okay. Well, that sucks. I wish I could keep Alan with me or whatnot, but I guess I probably just would have died myself. I don't know. I don't know what would have happened. I guess I would have just died there, right? Because I wouldn't have had the help of any of my configs to keep me alive and pressurized unless I lived there. Unless I kept Grace alive just long enough for me to get back home? I'm not sure. Interesting. Maybe I would have kept Grace around for a while so I could get Alan back, my ship back, and all that kind of stuff, and get the supplies to get back home. I'm not sure. Exactly. Where is that, though? Because that's Jupiter, right? So that would have been a moon right off of Jupiter? Interesting. Alright. Well, I guess I'm going to end off this series here. This was a really cool one. A very cool one. Other than that, though, I would like to say thank you guys so much for watching this video and this series. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed. It's greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.